like he's got his son out there playing golf. Golf's an interesting game. It is. It's a very interesting game. It's something that you probably want to strive to try to maybe play or something, because it takes concentration. It does take accuracy. You can't just go out there and hit the ball like a wild man. You gotta figure out how to do it. It's a mental game. And a really good movie you want to watch if you want to learn about golfing is Bagger Vance. Bagger Vance stars Matt Damon and a guy named Will Smith. It's a pretty good one. I talked to Will Smith in person about that movie, and he told me about Robert Redford as the director, because Robert Redford was, directing him, and I just wanted to know what Robert Redford, said to him, what. And Robert Redford told Will Smith that he was just a little twig in the Nile. And that's what he told him. He said, just imagine yourself as a little twig in the big Nile. And that's what he told him. So, at least that's what Will Smith told me. And that was the only thing Will Smith ever said to me. Pretty much, word for word, nearly. That's the magnolia tree. But it's true. You got to think that way when you're playing golf, because it's a mental game. There is some physicality to it. But you can overhit the ball, you can hit it too hard, then you got to putt it and use different irons. You usually got someone there to help you a little bit. And in Bagger Vance, Will Smith plays the servant. He plays the bagger. Yeah, he plays... there's a lot of different names for him. It's a guy that carries around the clubs and coaches them a little bit. We got to find this one right here. Smacks him around when he talks about his wife. I probably would have smacked him too, to be honest. Stand-up comedians. Rained on me twice today during my jog, or during my 18-minute miles. It's embarrassing, but I gotta try to at least do it. I'm gonna try to get up to 17-minute miles, and maybe 16-minute miles, and then 15-minute miles, and then maybe 14-minute miles. If I get up to 12-minute miles, you'll know about it. And then 10-minute miles, I'll be a hero. 9-minute miles, I'll be in competition. I did about 5. Appreciate it. You're welcome. Look at that tray right there. All right, we're going to Campisi's to get some pizza. Now, back in the time of JFK, when JFK was assassinated, Campisi's was run by the mafia. Now they went legit. But back in the day, they were pure mafia. And they got a book on it, too. It's on the wall. So you go over by the restrooms, they got 2 books that will tell you about how the Campisis were in the mafia. Also, the book explains how JFK was assassinated by the mafia. True story. We don't know for sure. It'd make a dang good movie. But Oliver Stone would probably know. I'll talk a little bit more about Skinny Pete and Friends. Okay. It's important to know that the first time we see Kim Wexler is on the tramway going up the Sandia Mountain in New Mexico with Badger and Skinny Pete. Only 3 people in the tramway. So somehow, Kim Wexler, Skinny Pete, and Badger are all on the tramway going up. Okay? Now, they get to the top of the mountain and they go into a restaurant known as 10-3. Jimmy, Slippin' Jimmy, known as James Morgan, Jimmy McGill, Saul Goodman, is sitting alone at a table near the window looking out. That's when we were revisiting Jimmy. It's the first time. Kim Wexler walks up, and that's when they're reunited since he's been in prison, because he's already been released from prison. We see that in the scene before. So they had already decided to meet at that restaurant. But we see the scene prior, Skinny Pete and Badger pick him up at prison. Then we know that they have already picked up Kim Wexler in order to meet with Jimmy. Because Jimmy's still in hiding. It doesn't matter if the law released him from prison. The cartel will kill him. He'd double-cross the law and cartel. He's a rogue agent, kind of, you know. So he has to continue to hide throughout the whole thing. So he appears in Skinny Pete and Friends every once in a while, like a mysterious Godfather type of figure. He's a big fan of the show. We'll get some of the originally right here. They're all the way from Oklahoma. This is Campisi. Barbarian in there is probably bigger than Conan the Barbarian for sure. He's basically the bartender. So I talked to him about reps. He said, you want to go lighter. I was talking about 50 pounds because I got a 50-pound bar. Well, it's 50 pounds with 25 on each side. He said do a 35-pound and do it like 30 times and then rest every 3 to 4 days. You have to rip. You don't want to rip the muscle, but he said do mini reps. I said 10 sets or 5. He said either or. As long as you're doing that 35, reps, he said go with a lighter lighter weights, so you don't burn out as quick and you can move it more and you burn more calories. So what I do is I got a 35-pound weight and I got a 45-pound weight. So I take the 35-pound weight and I would do it like 30 times. Then you rest that, and then you do like 5 sets of the rep. So you do 5 sets 30 times, you rest in between, then you rest for 3 days. This guy's bigger than Conan the Barbarian in there. Huge dude. I mean, talking like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I just wanted to get the information because I've got different theories about it. I was doing 50 pounds up to 5 sets. Doing like 10, and that's standard. So you'll build a little bit of muscle doing that. But if you take a lighter weight and do way more, you burn more calories and your muscles get bigger. That's what he was talking about. Pretty cool dude. Naughty Pines, so far around the bend. It's a national. They're a really good band out in Brooklyn. They're not from Brooklyn, they're from Ohio. But they went to Brooklyn to record. I think the dude lives there now. Good. All right. Looks like we might get some rain. I'm not gonna open it because I keep it nice and warm. So we're gonna go ahead and drive it over to your doorstep. All right, we're gonna drop off this Campisi's. Campisi's is right there. We're gonna drop it off. 4.5 miles. It'll be a 13-minute drive. We'll be there at 5:45 in the PM. Post meridium, because it's yummy. All the way from Louisiana. So I did get in touch with Morgan & Morgan, their law company, and I'm gonna have to tell them about what happened at MacArthur Boulevard Baptist Church and how that was all surrounded by a Facebook post. And I was afflicted by it because it led up to my divorce. I was also afflicted by it because I lost my wife and kids because of a Facebook post. And it's a pretty serious thing. And lawyers were threatened, and eventually lawyers were called. They learned about everything because of Facebook, you know, and it was in my name. So I'm putting that down as an affliction from Facebook. And I don't know what Morgan & Morgan's going to do. I found out about them on Facebook. But they already contacted me, and I will talk with them tomorrow at 4 p.m. And this is a true story. I know I'm writing Skinny Pete and Friends, which has to do with Better Call Saul and everything like that, but this is actually true. This will really be happening. They're called Morgan & Morgan. Now, the rule of thumb is easy. When it comes to the addresses, you're going to have even on one side and odd on the other. If you remember Alfred Hitchcock and North by Northwest, Alfred Hitchcock always got even. So it would be north or west, which west is that way, which is even. The opposite, south by southeast, Floridas are oddballs. If you go to Florida, they're oddballs. It's going to be odd numbers. It ends in a 5. All right, we're going to Kincaid's Hamburgers. It used to be a grocery store, but now it's a hamburger joint. We'll be there in 3.7 miles. It takes 12 minutes. The arrival time is 6:11 in the p.m., which is post-meridium. And this is a cool looking house. Maybe Linda and I will live in a house that beautiful one day. We stopped off at Joe's to get a little pre-made salad. I've been doing a lot of pre-made salad, although I didn't get to check the dressing on it. But anyway, it's Trader Joe's. I wanted to go by this one place. I haven't really gone inside. It's known as Wonderfo. So they do like noodles and spring rolls. I just wanted to kind of like go inside and see. I don't know, just to see what they're like. They have an open sign outside. And also I got like an almond butter drink. And I think the sugar on it is like 13. So it's lower. It's about half of what a soda would be. Yeah, I'm just looking for something. Alright, so this probably give me a little pickup energy. It's 320 calories, 20 grams of fat, and the sugars are low, so it's 12 grams, but it's got 14 grams of protein. Calcium is 10%, iron is 10%, potassium is 15%. It's called banana and almond butter. It's from this company right here, Trader Joe's. So it's a protein smoothie. Pretty good. Here's some information on them right now. Refreshing coconut water and all this other stuff. In Maine, you get 5 cents back, or in Oregon, you get 10 cents back if you go to Oregon and replace right here. This one's the one that's right here. And then, it's kind of a dessert. I got this company right here, which is called Fulfil. And it's salted caramel. It's a protein bar. Actors eat a lot of these things as like a snack. It's got 15 grams of protein. The sugars are very low, so that's very good. So total sugars is 1 gram. It does have a little bit of fat in it, so Fulfil. And this is at Trader Joe's. All right, we're on the Red Brick Road off of Camp Bowie. We're going to Kincaid, and we're gonna pick up your several hamburgers. I think it's like 5 hamburgers, and I hope it's for a whole family. If it's for one guy, it's a sad situation, but it's a 1/4 pound burger, 1/2 pound burger, a 1/4 pound burger. It's all these different burgers. It's like 5 of them. And we're gonna drop those burgers off at your doorstep. And I have been to Kincaid's, and I think Linda and I shared a burger there and some onion rings, or maybe they were French fries. She should probably remember. But we did do a special on it. It used to be a grocery store. And that's the Kincaid Market. It used to be a grocery store back in the day when it first started. They turned it into a hamburger place. Looks like this one's dedicated to the Navy. Coca-Cola all over the place. Bard's root beer right here. It's like, this is what it's dedicated to, a grocery store. These are all, I think it's real canned goods, but they don't really sell them. They used to when they were a grocery store. And here they are. Kincaid, making their hamburgers. And this is a big order, so I took some time to get here. They do Bluebell ice cream too. And shakes, Kincaid shakes right here. There's their hamburger, natural handmade patties, ground fresh daily. Looks like some kind of pudding, which I can't have them on a diet. Or you can get 2 eggs right here. A little bit of beer. Hi. I got soda over here. And an old school 1980s Dallas Cowboy cheerleader poster. From the 1980s probably. Let's see if I can get a year on it. '77. 1977 Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. I thought it was 80s, but it was actually 1970s. It's pretty cool. It's Kincaid's. They've got tons of stuff here. Memorabilia, old Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola stuff. It's like from Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola, and this thing. I'm gonna look at that for a minute. Crinkle cut fries are pretty good too here. I think we had the curly fries. This is from Dr. Pepper, right here, and Coca-Cola bottles. Bedford Blues Fest. Some old pilot. Stealth bomber. That's a stealth bomber. Whoever this dude is right here. Phantom. That's when the Phantom came through town. Phantom is no longer around. They took Phantom off Broadway. Here's Annie Warbucks. Pretty cool. Bunch of stuff right here. for stamps. 6-cent stamps, 5 your nickel stamp, and a 10-cent stamp. These little things right here. We've got like a big order to pick up. All right, there's the order right there. You can see how it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags. It's a huge order. She's got some of it rung up right here. Putting all 5 bags into one large bag. That way I'll be able to handle it better.
Yeah, it was not added on here.
Okay. So you didn't add the vanilla shake?
No.
Okay. But you did have these orders right here.
Yeah.
So it's the 3 French fries. You got the half pound, or what is this?
The juniors are
The junior.
The juniors are the quarter pound and then
Or the quarter pounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the regulars are half pound.
The half pounds are the regular?
Yeah.
And then you have another type of hamburger, right? Or
Yeah,
cheeseburger.
The bacon cheeseburger. Yeah.
Right, a junior bacon cheeseburger's on there. Okay. What are we gonna do about the vanilla shake?
I could just add it on right now.
Yeah, we'll have to get an extra report for that. They don't like that, so. But you got the 3 drinks, which I don't see the drinks anywhere, and then you've got the 2. You got the 2 corn dogs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to have those drinks and the vanilla shake.
The drink should be on there.
Yeah, it's on there. I'm just saying I don't have them. I don't have.
He hasn't given you the cup yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking for. The cup.
Oh.
Right, because I'm gonna have to make those drinks.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So she forgot the shake. So I have to get in touch with life support. Send these 2 receipts in. So she said she heard it. So I don't know. Alright, let's see what we can do. We got an ice issue. For the ice, I got Sprite, Coke, and Dr. Pepper. So we don't have any tops on it, so we'll have to look at this. And then go for the Dr. Pepper. No Dr. Pepper. Okay. We have no lids. She said it was over there. Okay, cool. One of them. There's the other one. They don't have the options of putting the type of drink on it. I know Annie would be upset about that because she's gonna get every little drop that she needs. I grab this one right here. You can kind of tell she does though. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 2 trips. I'm gonna get the green thing. Let me go ahead and, I'll be right back. Go ahead and get this first. Then we'll get the green thing and bring it in. Oh, I don't know if there's gonna be rain or not. I got that right there. And the green thing will probably, I'll just keep them together. Green and red. On there. Trunk open. Probably what we'll do is, I don't know, I'll just put it fine right here. Here's these two. They can have a shake and some soda. Then we'll tie these two together. That way we don't forget. Alright, so we'll be going 4.3 miles, 11 minutes. We'll drop off your Kincaid, which is right there. Kincaid hamburgers. They also do cheeseburgers. At 6:56 p.m. in the post meridian. And here we go. All right, this says DFW, Rideshare Professionals, DFW RSP. That's the Trinity. River. we're gonna go to Rose's Cafe from this point. It's 15 miles. It'll take 23 minutes to get there. It will arrive at 7:22 p.m. in the post meridian. Or it's actually, I'm sorry, post meridian. As in post meridian. Yum, yum, yum. Here comes your food. Post meridian. And we'll be there in a moment. We're gonna pick up your Rosa Cafe. Your enchiladas and tacos and all the stuff that you want. We're gonna go get it. We'll be there in a minute. It's a really nice neighborhood. I think Jenna Gerard and her brother lived over here. As a halfway decent lady. Her brother was quite smart. They were both intelligent. Pretty nice. They usually kept out of other people's business in most cases. At least, you know, they had to do like a play or something like that. I met Jenna Gerard on stage doing a play called Slow Dancers, written by my friend Robert Bosquez when I was dating Jennifer Quarles. So we had a dance on stage together. Not Jennifer Quarles and I, I'm talking about Jenna Gerard and I. There's the iguana. Fort Worth Zoo. Baby boo. Night of the Iguana.